Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing this Halloween look based off a hairdresser who gave somebody a bad haircut and the client got pissed and took her scissors and stabbed her right in the neck with them. So I'm going to show you guys head to toe how to do the prosthetics, the eyebrows, and all of the makeup. So let's get started. So to start out, I am just putting a light base on my eyes. This is just a color from the Vice 4 palette from Urban Decay called Bone, and it is just a skin tone color. So anything really that you use as your normal base or transition color will be just fine because we are doing a really simple eye. For the shadow on top, I am doing Deadbeat from the same palette. It's just a glittery black shadow. And you won't see it in this video, but I did apply black glitter over top of the black shadow. It didn't show up the way I wanted it to, and also my camera cut off in the middle of me applying it. So you guys will see here in a second, I am blending all of this black out so it's nice and soft on the edges. But I am applying the NYX glitter glue over top of this shadow. And it's really nice because it provides a really sticky base, but it doesn't take away any of your shadow, which I really appreciate because I've had glitter glues before that will basically wipe off your eyeshadow underneath. So I'm just throwing a little bit of mascara on my lashes to give them a little bit of life, unlike the rest of this costume. Ha ha, ha ha. Oh god, I'm so tired. But I am just putting on some Big Shot mascara from Maybelline. You can use whatever kind you want. Now, for my eyebrows, I was going to glue them down initially, but I decided to just go with a gel color over top so that they will match my wig. Of course, you can do whatever color you want. You can do your normal brows if you so choose, but I am using Blue On By from the Color Tattoo line, and I am using a liner brush just to sculpt over top of my brows. I really didn't go with an unnatural shape since I am changing the color so drastically. I just used the blue and kind of pushed it over top, and this stuff actually really covered up my natural brow hair color really well. If you have thicker brows, it might be a little bit harder, but I have been blessed with thin brows for doing theatrical makeup like this one. And you could also throw some pink in the brows. I think that would be cool to do like a two-toned brow, but hindsight is always 2020. So now I'm going in with a little bit of blush from Hikari, and this is called Tango. And I'm going in with a little bit of highlight, and this is the Mary Luminizer highlight. For my lips, I'm using a NYX Liquid Suede in Pink Lust, and it's my favorite pink. It is just a nice bright fuchsia, and it really does, I think, complement the blue, and I think even a black lip could be good. You can go really gory and kind of dark with the makeup on top, but I wanted it to look like a really creative hairdresser who wears like really bright makeup and just had a very, very unfortunate workplace incident. So I'm just going over top of this with two coats to make sure that the pink is super bold and super bright. Now let's get on to the horror part of this makeup. I'm starting with a little bit of latex on a Q-tip, and I'm just going up and down the sides of my neck. You want to go right along that area where your neck kind of naturally contours, kind of on either side of your vocal cords. Now taking a small cotton ball, I'm just pressing that onto the liquid latex until it sticks. I used tiny cotton balls and it seemed to work the best, but it was a little thick, so I did thin them out off camera, and you guys will kind of see that as we go along in the process. Also, the scissors I used were a bit heavy, so if you can find some scissors that look a little more, realistic from the Halloween store but are plastic, then I would highly recommend those. So to hold the scissors in place, I am taking a cotton ball and putting it on top and then covering it in liquid latex and making it stick. This is my first time ever using cotton balls and latex to kind of create a horror prosthetic. So it was a little bit of trial and error. I had to redo it, but I could not film it because my phone had died, which is what I film on. So you guys can kind of see the technique I use here. I just decided to thin out the cotton a little bit on the second try. Once I got the scissors attached to my deck, I just filled in the space between with some red water activated paint, and let it drip down and really give it that bloody, gory effect. And I also painted the edges a little bit darker than I did the middle because I wanted it to look like it was still pumping blood from that area. You basically want the scissors to look like they're slowly kind of pulling their way down your throat, like they were stuck in at the top and now they are pulling their way down and ripping the skin as they go. So any edges you really want to fill in with that red paint to kind of mask the separation between cotton and skin. This is my first time doing this, and I thought it actually turned out pretty well for, this being my only time making prosthetics like this. So now to give us a little bit more of a realistic feel, I am taking some of the Nye Fake Blood and just brushing this on in the in-between areas. I've just put it in little places and kind of splattered it like over the blades of the scissors so that they look like they are still kind of wet and that the blood hasn't dried. And this does give a little bit of a darker red, so I put it on the edges to make it look like it was dripping down, and use it just to give it a little bit more of a fresh wound kind of look. You could also use a sponge and kind of splatter it down a little bit, but I didn't want this to look like it created a big mess. I wanted it to look like a slow, painful kind of like death, I guess. That was really morbid and dark, but you guys probably get the idea. You basically want to look like the scissors are peeling you like a potato. So that is the end of this look. I just popped on a blue wig, as you guys can see here. I hope you really enjoyed. I really liked making this look and getting out of my comfort zone a little bit. If you want to see more gory looks, make sure that you subscribe. I'll also have more glam looks coming up and some body paints and a whole bunch of other stuff for you guys. So make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell down below. Thank you all so much for stopping by my channel, and make sure you stick around for the rest of the 31 days of Halloween. Bye!